Is this your neighborhood? Hello everybody, my name is Barry Horvath and this is Moving Forward TV with your local market update.
And I am Dylan Gaston. Thank you so much for joining us today. On today's show, dun dun dun, we have a guest.
Do you play a musical instrument?
No.
Because every week she comes in with this dun 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 or da da da.
I watched Too Much Disney.
Apparently, something like that. But yeah, we do have a guest and we're really excited to this week. We have Mr. none other than Kobus Appelgrijn from Habitat Humanity, right? West Pasco Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Thank you for joining us today, Kobus.
We're excited to have him here because we've got all kinds of things to cover. And
I know, and I feel bad. I could have sworn he's been on the show before, and he says to us this morning, "No, you guys have avoided me." Ooh.
I know.
Well, that does not mean to hurt.
Well, we're afraid he's going to put us to work.
Yeah, I know. That's what it is.
Let's be real now.
Because I got to tell you, the work that Habitat has been doing for years now, but especially with our recent projects that are going on.
Well, you know what? Our show is about real estate, and one of the things they do with Habitat for Humanity is revitalization.
Correct.
And revitalization, as you all know, our real estate professionals watch this show. They follow it, and revitalization brings up home values. Not only does it bring up home values, but it also brings up that tax base, which is so important, especially in counties like Pasco County, that we always seem to be struggling in that budget to just, we always we're kind of I don't want to call us the wicked stepchild, but our tax base compared to Pinellas is many less people, lower values, but yet people can live here because it's such a beautiful place and community for less money. So I think that's what springs here. So I think Habitat's all about that and placing people in homes that maybe they never would have been able to afford. So
absolutely. We are all about affordable, decent housing. If it needs to be affordable to a family, if they spend more than 30% of their income on their home, they are cost burdened according to our rules. So we just believe that the house should be affordable, but we also believe it should be decent. It should not be a slum, it should not be a shack. It should be something that the homeowner, because we work to make people homeowners, and the homeowner should be able to be proud of their house. So we build it in a way that it will be that it will.
Did you pick up on that? He said 30% housing costs.
Yeah, I know.
When's the last time you had a 30% housing cost ratio?
I know.
See, in the mortgage world, we talk about debt ratio. We just closed one the other day with a 55% debt ratio.
I know.
Yeah, our total debt ratio that we will not touch if it's more than 43%.
Wow.
Right.
So
because again, the more somebody earn, obviously they have more money to spend, and the percentages change a little bit.
Right.
But when you look at a 60 to 80% average median income family, to them 30% on housing and 43 overall means that what is left over, that 57%, is so little in reality.
It is.
And the food that they need to buy, and the clothes that they need to buy, and the gas that they need to buy, and the car is still exactly the same as what it would be for the person who is at the 120%.
Right.
But they have so much more dollar value. So that's why with the people that we work with, we really, really strive to not have them cost burdened.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
So, Kobus, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us, and we're here to support Habitat, obviously. But can you give us a little background about West Pasco Habitat, its history, how it started, and how you got involved, and what exactly what are they all about? Give us a little background.
Okay, one of the misconceptions about Habitat is whenever we say or I say I work for Habitat for Humanity, people say, oh, you give homes to people that need it. No, we don't give homes away. We do build homes, but we don't give it away. We sell it. So we've been here in Pasco area for as Habitat for about 23 years now. I have been with West Pasco Habitat for Humanity for 8 years. And what we do is we really have a dream, and the dream is for Habitat all over the world is that everybody should have a decent place to live. And that's what we're striving to do. So we do that by building homes. We build nice, affordable homes. The average home size that we build is around about 1,200 square feet, sometimes a little bit smaller. The average house is a 3-bedroom house. Sometimes we build smaller, sometimes we might build a little bit bigger depending on the family. So a family partner would then, a person would apply to become a family partner. A family partner would be somebody that meets 3 criteria. The first one is they must have a need. Now,
everybody needs a home, right?
Yes, everybody
Yeah, so
needs a
that's
home, but not everybody has a need for a Habitat house. If you're living in a house that you can afford and it's a nice house, you still need to have a house. You might be renting, but if you can pay the rent and so on, you don't really have a need. But the need would be something like this, that you are cost burdened, that you spend too much money on your house. It might be that you are living in a totally substandard house, like an old broken down mobile home maybe, or something like that. Or it might even be somebody that was recently homeless and is currently in transitional housing. So you have to have that need. The second thing is that you must be willing to partner with us, because becoming a family partner with us, you become part of Habitat and part of the Habitat family. So we expect you to work 200 hours of sweat equity, we call it, because you're going to get a house at a very, very reasonable price at a very, very low interest rate. So you are giving forward by coming and help somebody else's house being built, and you'll spend 50 hours of that on your own house. Benefit of that: you know exactly where every wire is, you know where every stud is, you know exactly where the plumbing is. So you've been with this house from the time that it comes up, so you know how to maintain it. We also teach you how to maintain it. So number 2, they need to be willing to partner. Number 3, they must be willing to pay and able to pay. And for that, they cannot spend more than 30% of their income on the house. So we look at that, and if they meet those 3 criteria, they become a family partner. And anywhere from 1 year to 2 years, because it takes quite a while for somebody that works to do their 200 hours per adult that's in the household. So a year, maybe 2 years, and they'll be in their very own house, which we try to sell it as their forever home.
Okay, and I was just going to ask that. So it is 200 hours that they have to put in sweat equity into not just their house, but other. They have to partner with you guys and go to other homes
and
as
help
well.
other people's
and
house.
So if it's a husband and wife, both of them. So it's 400 hours together that they have to. That's great. And you know what? And that's pride too, because you know what? When you put your blood, sweat, and tears, and you were swinging that hammer or digging, the gardens or whatever.
Absolutely.
All right, listen. We have a lot to talk about.
I know.
And I know this isn't exciting, but we have a special project coming up right here in our community that's really going to improve some home values. So we're going to talk about that right after this break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Kobus Appelgrijn from Habitat for Humanity, West Pasco Habitat for Humanity. And I remember you telling us that at one point when Habitat started here, it was actually Pinellas and Pasco were one.
Yes. When we started way back in the early 90s, it was Pasco, Pinellas, Habitat for Humanity, and gradually things developed and we became a West Pasco, Habitat for Humanity.
That's interesting.
And Pinellas has their own as
yes,
well.
Yes, they moved a little bit south. When we started, we were mostly working in Tarpon Springs area. Okay. So once we made 2 affiliates, they moved a little bit south, we moved a little bit north, and we've got a great relationship with them. They are great people.
So it's a good partnership.
Yes.
So I know you have some big things coming up here on the horizon that you've been working on.
Mm-hmm,
and I think it's pretty exciting for the people of Pasco to know about this, because anybody who's been to this area. So tell us about this huge project that you've been working on.
Yes, the big name of this big project is Town and Country Villas Neighborhood Revitalization. What it is basically 2 streets behind Cracker Barrel on 19, close there by Florimar, Newport Richey area, yes. In between the Southgate Shopping Mall and 1 street west of 19 is a street by the name of Leisure Lane. The very next one is Van Doren. So it's 2 streets, very isolated little place that's caught between thriving businesses on one side and a very lucrative real estate market, the Gulf Harbors, on the other side. And it is in between, and in between here you have the most devastated possible neighborhood, one of the worst that you probably can think of in Pasco County. I was shocked when I saw what it is, and that's where we moved in, and we're going to revitalize that.
And I know we have some clips that we're showing of this project.
Yes.
So how did you find this area, and what brought it to your attention, or did maybe somebody on Habitat itself find it, maybe on the board? How did it come about?
What happened was we attended a seminar, me and our chief operations officer, and when we came back from the seminar, we said we need to get a project that really will make an impact in our neighborhood. We really want to change people's lives, so we were ready to find something. And you know how these things sometimes happen. Jack Mariano, one of our county commissioners, gave me a call and said that they have a problem with a certain street where somebody owned a number of these homes. Some of them have been condemned, and he wondered if we would not be interested in buying 1 or 2 from them. So he put me in contact with the owner of those. I think it was about 17 of them. I started negotiating with him, and he was willing to sell all 17 to us. So we bought every piece of property that he had.
So why would he be willing to sell those to Habitat? I mean, that's obviously he's renting these out for $400, $500, $600 a month probably, and he probably has very little invested in them.
Yeah. It is difficult to always judge somebody else's reason for doing things, but I think one of the things that happened was that there was a lot of pressure from the county on these properties with code violations and such. I think that is one thing. I think a second thing is that I think he wanted to do the right thing. Once we sat down and I told him what we will do, he realized that even for the people who he's renting to, they will be able to afford a Habitat house, which will be so much better than what they're living in, an old broken down trailer, you know. So I think those are the 2 main reasons that made him willing. And once he was willing to sell to us, then the word spread in the neighborhood, and from January till now we've bought 40 properties there.
So 40. And how many total are in this project?
There are 120 total.
And is the goal to get all 120?
I wish we could, but the problem is the finances, because you can only buy so much. So what happened was, when we bought the first 17, I went to the county commissioners of Pasco County and told them what we were doing. They were ecstatic about it, and they gave us an interest-free loan for 3 years to buy property. So they made $500,000 available to us, and I've spent most of it already in buying properties.
Wow. So, and from what you were telling me, most of these homes are 1950s mobile homes that have just...
That was when the neighborhood was kind of started. It's interesting, that was one of the first neighborhoods in our area. And interestingly, it was not called Newport Richey back then, it was called Hopeville.
What was it called?
Hopeville.
Really?
Hopeville.
I didn't know
And
that.
Hopeville Post Office eventually became New Port Richey, and New Port Richey absorbed Hopeville. So that
Wow, a
was one
lesson
of
in
the
history.
regional, that was one of the regional neighborhoods. And over the years, it's nobody's fault really, it's just a fact that mobile homes don't age very well.
There you go.
So over the period of time, they just aged, and it was not possible to keep them up anymore. Now it's time to get rid of them and just replace them with these.
So why do we do 95% financing on
Stop.
mobiles? Sorry, I'm just asking.
So out of the 41 that you now own, how many are still standing? Have you
I don't
gotten
know
rid of a lot of them?
exactly. I would say that we've probably we bought some vacant lots which was demolished before we bought them, and I would say that we've demolished about 7 or 10 already.
And when
so
are you going
about
to start building?
We are going to start building in June. We have a great groundbreaking.
Very soon here, then.
Absolutely. We're going
Nice.
to have a great groundbreaking ceremony on the 22nd of June, and everybody is invited to that.
Awesome.
On a Friday around about 5:30, and that will be the kickoff in the beginning of this. That will be the first house, and in August we will start with 6 houses more than that.
Okay. And what's the anticipation about how long that to build that house that's going to start at the end of June?
The one that
It'll
we
be
will
done
start
by-
in June, I would say should be finished in
Roughly?
about 3 months, 3.5 months.
Do you already have a family who is?
No, that first house is going to be our model home.
Okay.
And we're also going to use it as an office. We obviously will give it or sell it to a family, and we plan that house specifically to go to a veteran.
Oh,
And the
nice.
interesting thing is Gulf Harbor's neighborhood association actually got on board with us, and they are sponsoring that house.
Oh,
Nice.
how
So they already had
nice.
fundraisers and such, and they're halfway there in raising the funds for that house. So they are sponsoring that house.
So, you know what? It's interesting because people with surrounding neighborhoods know that neighborhoods like this are hurting their home values.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But we're going to talk about how you can maybe get involved in this project and improve our area right here in our community right after this.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
All right, we're back with our special guest, Kobus Appelgrijn for West Pasco Habitat for Humanity, and we're talking about a great revitalization right here in Pasco. How
Absolutely.
exciting, you know?
And
Yes,
boy,
it
when
is.
you take on a project,
Yeah.
that has got to be probably
Yeah.
one of the worst
Yeah.
areas, I believe, in New Port Richey.
Yeah,
right?
it was so rife with drug addiction, drug selling, prostitution. You know, it was just one of the horrible spots that we really didn't want to talk about. But it's already changing,
I
and
was
it's
just
going
gonna
to
say,
change
is it
for the
still
better.
like that, or a little
Yeah.
bit? Okay, so
Yeah.
so little at a time. Have you bought these houses?
Yeah, you see,
prostitutes and the drug users are moving out, right? Because
absolutely, yes, and
you're demolishing the house.
Yeah, and as you bring in families, it changes the dynamic of the neighborhood, because where you previously had mostly renters, there was a 10% homeowner occupation. So 90% renters. So that changes, because all of a sudden there's a pride of neighborhood. Then they will not allow those things to happen because they own the neighborhood, you know. So I believe that the change that we're already seeing is going to accelerate over the next 2 or 3 years. And I think 3 years from now, that's going to be one of the jewels of Pasco County.
That's awesome.
That's exciting. That's excellent. I know you were telling me, like, some of the pictures that we're showing right now. People were actually living there.
Correct. It is shocking. I
thought it was like already started the demo, and you said no, we hadn't started yet.
Yeah, it really breaks your heart to see it. You know, to think about a little 2 or 5-year-old boy, girl growing up in that environment. You know, we absolutely need to do this. We need to break the cycle of, part of what we do is we break the cycle of poverty in people's lives. You know, and so because you look at that generation, you know, people that live in habitat homes, 78% of their children actually graduates high school and go on to college.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. Is that amazing?
So it really changed the next generation as well.
Does.
It's not only now.
So not only you bringing up neighborhood values, but you're making families better, stronger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what
You're
a great
changing
thing.
the future of the country.
Let me ask you this. The houses that are there now, okay, tax value, where are they at? And where are they going to be when you're done? What's your I know it's a guess, but
No,
smiling.
it's not a guess, because I actually researched this very well. The average range of tax value, according to the Pasco County property appraiser, runs between $8,000 and $16,000. That's the average range of the tax value. Once we've built the house, the tax value will be about $80,000 to $110,000.
Wow.
Now, obviously, they are going to get homestead exemption because we work with homeowners, but it still changes the whole tax base of that area.
That's great. You know what? And I get excited about this. I know you know this. I'm passionate about being involved with Habitat now, but you know, Pinellas County, look at Pinellas, all built up, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's nowhere to build new homes.
This is where it will happen.
And Pasco, we have this land still. And the developers are all about, let's build new, let's build new. By golly, why don't we fix up some of the old stuff, bring up that tax value, improve the neighborhoods we have, instead of it being segmented into, oh, Trinity's where you got to be, you know? Can't we fix up what we have? That's a beautiful spot where you're working on.
Perfect spot for somebody.
And it's a great spot, like you were saying, walking distance. So that would be nice for older people, right?
Absolutely, walking distance to all the shops, right by 19 with public transport, should you need that, right by schools, right by hospital. You know, it's really a nice neighborhood.
Right by
perfect
the water.
Location.
Right by.
And then not too far from the water.
That's right.
Exactly. It's a perfect location for retirees coming down from up north or something. They can get to everything easily.
So
nice.
Thanks
I'm excited about
this is
that.
A great thing. So thanks for what you're doing. So let's tell our viewers maybe how they can get involved. How can they help Habitat?
What do you need?
You know, I know we have you
money
raise
and time.
And you have the thrift store. Tell us, you know, I know that's a big part of your revenue for Habitat. Tell us how they can help with that, maybe.
We have the thrift store. We call it the Restore, and people donate furniture and household goods and building material, and we sell that to raise funds for us. The thrift store, to a very large extent, cover all our overheads. So this project is funded purely by donations.
Nice.
So people can donate stuff to the Restore, or people can donate to this project. So if somebody would give $10 towards this project, they can rest assured that $10 is going to the project. It's not going to salaries or anything like that. That's covered already. So basically, we need donations, and basically we need some volunteers. So that's the two things that we really need.
How does somebody find out when you need the help? When are you doing a demo or whatever it is that you know, they can come in and step in?
We put it on our website,
Okay.
wphabitat.com, and there will be a schedule on there. And our next big neighborhood work day there is going to be on June the 16th.
Okay.
So that's going to be a great one. We will have the groundbreaking on the 22nd, and our big event, our big fundraiser event for this is going to be on the 8th of September. So if anybody is interested in helping or getting involved, they can just go to the website. They can donate right on the website. They can call us to pick up some furniture from them that they want to sell, lightly used furniture we love, because that's a great source of income for us. And if they want to volunteer, all the information is right there on the website.
So anybody who's moving, because a lot of our viewers are the real estate professionals, first-time home buyers, they can call your office.
Oh, absolutely.
And you will drive over with your truck and be happy to pick up their furnishings
absolutely.
and belongings to sell in the restore to help fund.
Yeah. The main thing with donations is we need to make sure that the donations that we take when it is furniture and such, that it is resellable.
Right.
If it's resellable, it's a great donation.
Broken, you don't want it.
If it's broken, it costs us money to get rid of it, which uses someone else's.
Wow, some great things. So we have the websites up.
Yep.
So, you know, thanks for what you do.
Oh, thank you so much
And make
for
sure
having me today.
No, this is a great project. So.
And do come back and share with us, you know,
we want to know the progress.
how
of
it's
this.
coming and everything. We will absolutely be there on the 22nd, you said, is the first house is going groundbreaking to get that started.
Yeah.
How exciting is that? And the whole community is invited.
Absolutely.
So,
Come on.
yeah.
So bring your checkbook. That's all I'm saying.
Bring your
All right,
checkbook. That's all
Just
you
get
need
involved.
to get in.
Get involved. It's a great thing. So, you know what? Share our show. Like us. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, all over the web. Tell your friends about us. Get us out there and share this great information of
And
what's going on in our community.
Volunteer if you can. Thank you everyone for watching. We are today and every day.
We are moving forward.
We'll see everybody next week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.